love learning about this because both lean startup and these lean methodologies within healthcare, they have the same origin, which is that Toyota manufacturing and what you need to do to make incremental improvements along an assembly line or a process. But what I've gathered is that quality within a health system can mean something different than the types of variables that people iterate on, let's say in a consumer driven startup. Would you mind expanding on like what does quality improvement mean when you're trying to do it systematically and iteratively rather than in an extensive trial?
Yeah, quality improvement, what it means is you can target anything, any process that exists. And you basically set what we call a SMART goal, where you think about some goal that is attainable, it's very specific, it's time bound, like you're going to achieve something in 6 months or 3 months or 18 months. It's something that you can actually accomplish. Like you're not going to like change the world. We're going to go from 50% success rate to 100% success rate. That might be really challenging to do, right? So you may say, hey, in 6 months, we want to improve 10 to 15%. We want to make something 10 to 15% more efficient or more accurate. Right. So you're going for smaller chunks of goals, and then you're setting up the parameters, your hypothesis that you think is going to get you there. And there may be certain processes in whatever system you have that can help get you there. If you think about digital technology, they may be like, hey, if we bring in say a chatbot or an assistant virtual agent, we're going to streamline the process of making appointments, right? And that's a big, huge pain point. That's why people just don't show up to appointments because like they're on the phone for 20 minutes, right? You can bring in a technology, like you identify it as a pain point. You ask the customers, you ask the people in the system. Right. It's like, hey, here's our system. There's points that are broken. We're going to target interventions on those broken parts of the system. And then you basically try to get some improvement. You put out your intervention, you measure it over time. You try to shorten the time so you're not doing it forever. And then you see what happens. And if you're going in the wrong direction after, several cycles of measurement, whether that's days, weeks, or months, and you're not doing the right thing, you turn. You pivot, right?
Yeah.
And you try a new intervention or you come up with a new hypothesis that says, wait, the intelligent virtual agent didn't work. What's wrong about that? Working. It's like, oh, it's not asking the right questions, or the natural language processing that is built into it doesn't understand a Southern dialect or something. There are these different things that can, just for example. And so you make modifications and you're basically tinkering and tweaking your experiment along the way instead of letting it run its completion, right? And so that is like innovation when you're developing a product.